Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be showing you how to make this angle piece that holds these two channels together. So to begin starting to make this, we need to figure out what angle we want. So this piece right here currently has an angle in which it's tilted 120 degrees from the back. So this 90-degree tilt, it's tilted 120 degrees from this way. So in order to start, what we need to do is we just need to find out the dimensions of the channel that we're going to be using to put inside here. So the dimensions of the channel is, just create a rectangle, then find the measurements of the rectangle of the channel. Make sure you measure the outside, not the inside, because we're putting our piece on the inside. As you can see, our channel is 48 millimeters by 48 millimeters, and that's what is going to be the inside of our piece. So in order to start, we need to create the angle part first. Like, you can see that this is angled while this is the place that holds the channel. So we're going to create the angle first, and then we're going to create the place for the channel to sit. So right now we have a 120 degree angle. So first, make a base. So you can always make the base big, and you can always like chop off small pieces later, like we did here, because these pieces were cut off from our previous base. So first, just start, and I'm gonna make my base 100 millimeters, and then I need to do that to the other side as well, and we're gonna make this angle 120 because that's the angle we want for our channel piece. So after doing that, just click enter and then finish that off. Right? And now this is our angle. So what we need to do next is we need to create our piece that holds this channel. So what we're going to do now is we're going to go to the line tool and then create the thickness of our channel, so of our piece. So we want it to be strong enough so that it won't break on contact with the robot. So we'll make it 10 millimeters, about a centimeter. And then after that, we'll just plug in the dimensions we had for our channel. So it was 48 by 48 this way. And then we can just cut it off here. So that is our general shape of our angle piece. We don't want this to be so pointy back here. So what we can do is we can just cut it off here, and then we can just tilt it back some more here. And these are all just rough measurements. You don't really need to find anything precise for them, as it's just minimizing the amount of material we need, because this is not necessary for our channel piece. So after we're done, we can click finish sketch, and then we can just extrude this portion of what we just drew. Make sure you go for 48 millimeters because we want it to be able to have the channel rest in here. So after doing that, what you're going to do next is we're going to draw the hole. We're going to create the holes on here. We want to make sure that the holes line up with the channel so that it's able to, like, you're able to screw the channel into the plastic piece. So in order to do that, we'll just go to the channel first, and then we'll finish this sketch, which we didn't really make a sketch on. And we're going to create a sketch on the top face. And then we just want 4 holes on it. We don't need more than 4 holes. And we're just going to go from the corner to the center of the hole, because we already know that the hole is the same distance from one edge as it is from the other. And as you can see, the distance is 11.314 millimeters. So we're just gonna go into here, and then we're gonna create a sketch, and then we're just gonna draw 11.314 because that's what the channel said. Yeah. And same thing down here. Make sure you put a 45-degree angle because that's what was there. I messed up here, so I'm just gonna fix it real quick. And then just click, and then we can draw our holes on. But before that, we need to figure out what the diameter of our holes is. So we can just go to the center diameter circle, and then you can put it down here. And as you can see, each hole is 4 millimeters in length. So we can do the same thing here, except we're just going to draw the holes on here. So just 4, and then same thing here. Okay, but as you can see, this isn't really the dimensions of the channel because it goes beyond where our channel ends. So in order to find out where the other two holes that we want are, we're just going to draw a line from the center of this hole to the center of that hole, and we can see that it's 32 millimeters. So we're just going to do that right here. A line from here, from the center of here to there, which is 32, and then the same thing here. And then put the holes with the diameter of 4 millimeters because that's what the holes were on the channel. And then after done with that, we can just finish the sketch, and then we can just make a hole inside these. Make sure you select every single part of the holes because you just don't want part of a hole there. And then you can just make a hole. It doesn't really matter how long you make it, just has to pass through everything because they're going to disappear. So as you can see, we have 4 holes here. So now what we need to do is we need to put 4 holes on the bottom as well because that's where we're going to mount the other channel on. So to create 4 holes on the bottom, just do the same thing that we did last time. So using the measurements tool, find out the distance from the corner to the center of the hole, which is 11.314 millimeters. So draw it again. It doesn't really matter where you put it, the holes just have to line up so you can match it up. You can match up the different holes on the channel. So 11.314 at a 45-degree angle. Make sure you don't forget that 45-degree angle. And just finish that. And then same thing here. Draw your holes again at 4 millimeters. And then make sure, we're just going to repeat the same trick we did last time, which is we're going to measure the distance from hole to hole, which is 32 millimeters. And we're just going to apply the same trick here. So and then we're just going to draw our circles again, which is 4 and 4. So the last step is to extrude these holes backward. So just select everything, especially the tiny holes, and then extrude it. So here you need to make sure that the red line does not breach the surface of the part, because you don't want holes in the bottom, because it's not really going to help you and it's just going to look aesthetically unpleasing. So just put your holes at a length you think screws would go into, and then just finish it. And then all you need to do next is you need to just create some threads for your screws to thread into. So just select all the faces you want threads on. So just select all of them. And then just create threads. Fusion 360 already determines what kind of thread you need for that hole, and it's just the standard M4 size thread, which is what we use for FTC. So just leave them as defaults if you're going to use the normal FTC screws. So once you create threads there, do it on the back as well. And there you have it, an angle bracket piece for a person who wants to angle their channels. Like if you want to have wheels tilted that can suck in blocks, this is what you can use to create it. Just mounts on on the top of this channel, and the bottom channel screws in through those 4 holes.